What is this for? Why did I make it? Basically, I wanted to explore mechanisms for 3D printing models of buttons, mostly controllers. So I made a couple of design iterations I would like to share with you today. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, please do now. And if you are, leave me a like. So the overall shape is kind of surfacey, if you know what I mean. Nice and comfy for the hands. It got some nice grips. And the colors here I'll explain later once I open this up. I started off with making the general shape. Just to see if I got the dimensions right, I actually fixed the model to be about this wide. And then I started splitting it up. I added some holes for the buttons that I want to add, and I started experimenting with different kinds of springs. If I open it up, you can see I made two different kinds over here. This kind I tried to use the bendiness of the plastic, this bendiness, but as you notice, it doesn't get pressed straight down. It kind of bends off to the side, and the buttons don't go back. Go down, they don't go back. This guy's a little more successful. I printed it in one piece. I'll show you in the next iteration that I'll disassemble. And it's a lot more clicky, which I like. Another issue that this guy has, I printed a hollow shell, which is mostly used in injection molding. But hey, I'm 3D printing, so I don't really need that. So I fixed that in the next one. But before I go on to that, I'll show you this little clicky button. So this guy. This is actually a little piece of filament. Works kind of nice. Anyways, this is the next version that I actually split to print flat, like that, flat. And this way I can minimize the amount of supports used in the print. Speaking of supports, you see over here I started peeling out the supports. Here I did already, but that's not what I'm going for. I want to print with no support, so I actually made another one. This right here is the next iteration. I did not fix the joysticks yet. I will do that in the final form. Anyways, you can see these split lines over here. I split it quite a lot so I can print it with the minimal amount of supports. Let's open this up. All the buttons are falling out. Over here you can see that I placed the joysticks on these little posts so I can keep the center of rotation. This button here is actually used with a zigzag spring. Pieces are held together with these H-snaps. A simple H-snap. Let's have a look at this button part. Very clicky. To insert the front button in with no supports, I actually split out this part to print separately. Then I can actually put the button right over here. Let's take that out. Now over here, I made a flexi thingy. Let's get this guy out. You see, this is actually all one piece with this little post in the middle. You can see it. that little post is stuck in this tiny little hole, holds it in place, and the buttons are flexi. And in order to print this part with absolutely no supports, I actually make it detachable so I can print it like this. Print it flat, and then later take this and stick it in. Like so. This side is held in by an angle, and this side has a little bunny ear that can hold it in. Let's have a look at the other half. You can see this one actually split this way. Let's open that up. Over here you can see a little zigzag spring for the front trigger. This guy. I got more H snaps to hold the halves together. And also this post over here is also printed separately, so I can print with no supports. And that's enough for this guy. Let's look at the final form. This was actually supposed to be a test print, but I really like how the colors turned out, so I think I'm gonna keep it. This one has moving joysticks, moving buttons, this one in the middle, clickable, got triggers on top, got this guy. Everything works. Also printed with no supports. Let's open this up and see what's going on inside. In order to print with no supports, you see a whole lot more split lines than the previous one. Let's take out the trigger area first. You can see that it's held in both sides. Oops. Accidentally broke it. There's a spring that I accidentally broke. Lucky I have another one to show you. Anyways, this side is held in with an H-looking snap. The other side, there's no room for an H snap, so I made an external snap which gets fitted on like so, and I can snap them both together. This button with the broken spring, I'm going to show you on this side. It has a little hinge on the sides. I simply pull it out from here. I hope you can see that. Tiny little hinge goes right over there. This button, funnest button, has a small looking spring. This spring actually sits flat on this surface and it's pressable over here. Let's open up the other side. This time I'll try to not break the spring. There we go. I should probably make it a little easier, but I think I spent enough time on this project. So here it is. This simple thing is the trigger spring. It's held in. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little hole in there. There's this little hole. There's this little spring to kind of sit. And it's that simple. Now let's open up this top piece. also have a bunch of H snaps over here. But these H snaps actually hold the 3 parts together. Here, I wanted to try something new. Just a simple piece of plastic. It's flexi. I think it's kind of cool. Over here for the buttons, I've actually made a little spiral spring for each one of the buttons. I think it works a little better. It's a little more clicky, you could say. Let's go to the next part, which is the bottom third, you could say. We have these joysticks here that we'll get to soon. I've actually printed them separately, so it would be a little easier to experiment with them. I say this is the coolest part, so I will get to that last. Here you can see the H snaps, and these halves are also made like this. And the thing going on with these color changes is I actually had some leftover spools. Each one had a little bit, so I just printed until each color finished, and I kept swapping the colors. It actually looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna pretend like it's on purpose. So for this one, I actually made a couple of different experiments. This one, I tried to use the flexibility of some filament. Over here, you can see I tried to make these weird springy thingies. And then I came up with this guy. I printed half of it so you can see what's going on inside. This is a springy thingy. Looks kind of like this, where it is actually quite flexible. Here you can see it in action. Over here I keep the center of the rotation, and there's a lot of pieces going on here. This is the base part that holds all the springs in place. Each one has its kind of slot, you could say. Got this ring to hold the springs down, and the springs actually go way up into the shaft and has more room to flex. And it's all closed with a screw-on cap, like so. Holds everything in, and it's all nice and flexy. And to fit them in the controller, I actually made these ears over here so it wouldn't spin around when I'm using it. So that was me experimenting with controller mechanisms with clickable buttons. If you've lasted this long in the video, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Please give me a like, recommend to a friend, and I'll see you in the next one.